Hey everyone, Hevy here. Bitcoin consolidates near the bottom of its range, and the GameStop madness shows no signs of slowing down. Today we will be talking about cryptocurrency current events as well as the stock market madness. But first, we need to do our cold plunge. This morning we're sitting at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the pool is back down at 47 degrees. Crypto cold plunge. Nice. Pool's finally getting cold again. Like I mentioned, it's sitting at 47 degrees, down about 3 degrees off of its highs of 50, which is definitely a welcome thing. I'd like for the pool to sit around 45 or lower. Preferably, I'd like for it to be in the 30s, because then you get a real good chill going. But I'll take 47 over 50. You can definitely feel the difference. It's a beautiful morning to be alive today. You know, every day is a new day. It's a clean slate. It's a new opportunity to get better, to work on good habits, work on anything that you wanted to work on. You know, I mean, every day it's a new opportunity. I used to say it's another opportunity. I think using the phrase another actually undersells really the gravity of the situation. I mean, every day that you wake up, it's just something to be so thankful for. You know, and I kind of like to get philosophical sometimes. If you look at my about section on the YouTube page, it says that I like philosophy. So, you know, every morning when I wake up, I'm just thankful for the new day. Thankful in my case to be able-bodied, thankful to be healthy, thankful to have my basic needs taken care of, because there are a lot of people around the world that can't say the same. There are a lot of people that are either physically disabled, they might be food insecure, they might be economically insecure. There's just a whole number of things. So if you wake up and you have your basic needs met, it's always a great time to be thankful. I think one of the best ways to be happy and to build contentment in your life is to be thankful and to count your blessings on a daily basis. Bitcoin Bob here is very thankful for Bitcoin too. You know, Bitcoin, I mentioned, has been consolidating near the bottom of its range and has been looking quite bearish over the last few days. It's been struggling to get above 31,500 now, and it's continually tested the 30,000 level. It's a very concerning trend that's been going on, and you know, it can only hold a level for a certain amount of time. If he was testing highs right now, I'd be very bullish, and I would think that it's probably going to break through its highs. So considering that it's tested that 30,000 now almost 5 times, it's a cause for concern. Definitely a good time to do, as Mark Cuban said, and pare back on risk by hedging your position. There are a lot of Bitcoin futures and there's Bitcoin options that you can trade. There's $4 billion in futures and options expiring on Friday, and it's looking like about 80% of those might expire worthless. This could contribute to pretty significant volatility in the market over the coming days. As I mentioned a few days ago, the beginning of February could see a decisive move in the price action. So I think it's about time for us to now do our underwater meditation. Wonderful. It's quite an idyllic sensation that you get from getting chilled. Can't say enough good things about it. I'm telling you all, you got to get in the cold. So the clip is sitting over 6 minutes now, which means we've successfully done another 5+ minute cold plunge on the day. So I think it's about time that we go and take a look at some charts and some news. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning is shaping up to be a truly historic day on the markets. First, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. As I've been mentioning over the last several days, it has tested support at the 30,000 level 4 times now, which I view as a very bearish signal. If you look at the flip side of things, if it would have tested its all-time high at resistance 4 times, then I'd be extremely bullish about it breaking above it, and I would say that it's almost an eventuality. Considering we are on the other side of the coin and we are testing support, I would say that it's highly likely we will see a break below support, which could see us dropping significantly lower. If we add some moving average lines to the chart, we can see we have the 200-day moving average. Bitcoin is currently trading below the 200 moving average. And then the 50-day moving average, which we have been trading below for several days now, has now crossed the 200, which some might call a death cross. Overall, we have a few very bearish alarms going off right now. So it's a good time to hedge risk. I am not an investment advisor though. This is purely for entertainment purposes. Next, we'll take a look at what everybody's interested in and what is causing a truly historic frenzy in the markets. The GameStop trade and more broadly the meme stock trade has turned into something significantly bigger than most people could have ever imagined. If we're looking at it right now, we can see that it reached a high overnight of $506 before now crashing down to $265, but we're still in pre-market trading. One interesting thing to note is that now TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, and Robinhood, most surprisingly, have shut down new purchases of stocks like GameStop, AMC, and Nokia. Something that's extremely interesting to note is that many people are attributing this to a short squeeze. But a short squeeze would imply that the amount of shares shorted as a percentage of the float would have gone down. But if we come over here and we look at this article written this morning, we can see, if we look at the graph of short interest as a percentage of the float, it actually has hardly increased. We can see when the rally started, we were around 139%. We're still sitting at 139% on the 27th of January. What this tells us is that almost no shorts have been covered, and so the short squeeze has actually not even begun yet. This is extremely bullish if you are holding GameStop, and it shows that shares could run significantly higher than where they are right now, barring any further market manipulation by the market makers, namely Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, and the like. Another extremely interesting thing to point out is the cost to go short in GameStop. When you go short, there's what's known as a borrow fee. If you look at this graph of shorted stocks, major shorted stocks in the market, we can see that the fee almost always sits around 0.3%. If the regular fee is 0.3% to short a stock and GameStop's is 30.6%, and that's for existing shorts, not even if you wanted to take a new short, that means it's 102 times more expensive to go short GameStop than it is to go short Tesla or Apple or Amazon, for example. If we scroll a little further down, we can see that the percent fee in some instances has risen over 100 to 250%, meaning, as they say, it is effectively suicidal to go short GameStop right now. All of this information is extremely bullish for GameStop and shows if any of these shorts wanted to cover, we could see this thing go to heights nobody thought was possible. I see no reason why this thing couldn't go to $1,000 per share, barring any further market manipulation. And that does it for today's cold plunge every day until Bitcoin 50K. Things are turning into a total frenzy on the markets, so expect another video out later today. I'm going to continue covering this. This is just a crazy time, shaping up to be one of the biggest news days ever for the markets. I think this is a truly historic time. So thank you again for watching. Expect another video later today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.